rows of applause around Anfield.
Yes, it's a bit of a drawing room goal, that one, isn't it? Well done, gentlemen. Firm shake of hands and back to the halfway line. I don't think Wijnaldum could believe that the ball came to him, and I don't think anybody else can either from a Genk point of view. It was a nice move down the left-hand side, as you said, John. It was lovely work from Milner. Sees that there's a gap there, looks at the defence. They've three left in the centre. The full-backs have pushed up, and therefore he got space. He managed to drive it in, and it just bounces around. And it's a lovely little flick with the outside of the foot, as you say, from Wijnaldum, but he's got white shirts all around him, and yet somehow he manages to find space to fit into the route, and it comes as a surprise to everybody. And as we said, polite ripples, shake of hands, job done at least to begin with. What Liverpool needed, I suppose. They didn't want to get into a situation where they were chasing the goal in this first half, and Wijnaldum's given the advantage after 14 minutes.
Yeah, I thought there was Charlie Charles has played there, and all the handshakes are back to the halfway line, and they celebrated so little. Anyway, let's have a recap of that, at least something to talk about. At Anfield, we've got the first goal. Faint ripple of applause as Liverpool score. Good work, though, down the left-hand side from Divock Origi to find James Milner. His first touch with his right boot controls it. It forces him to cross with his left, but it was a decent ball in. Not well dealt with by the rear guard for Genk. And it broke kindly then to Georginio Wijnaldum, who, with a little flick, the outside of his right boot, flicked it to near post and beat the keeper for 1-0.
Ball bouncing through this time from Milner. It'll go all the way out. Keeper Koke will allow the ball to run straight out of play. Give his side a little time to think, to have a breather, reset themselves, think about what's just happened to them, because really it's a bit of something out of nothing. There seemed to be no danger at all. The main danger was the fact that the defence on that right hand side had pushed out too far and therefore hadn't given the cover that was needed and allowed Milner the space to get the ball in. But then with plenty of players in the centre in those white shirts, they couldn't find a way to keep Wijnaldum away from the ball. The kind of goal you'd see in junior football, really, with somebody not controlling it, bounces off a knee, bounces off a chest, spins to somebody, flick with the outside of the foot, and it flies up into the top corner out of nothing. But Genk, free kick inside the Liverpool half, central position, potentially an opportunity for them now.
Yep, maybe a chance. They've got some big targets to hit as the ball goes to the far post. There is one of their big lads, but De West can't get on the end of that and drag that ball back in. And so therefore he can't find Lukumi, his other partner in crime, in the box with a cross. Goals in just about all the games tonight, albeit I watched Barcelona 0, Slavia Prague 0. Looks like he shinned it in, that Wijnaldum, didn't he? De West with the unwitting assist. But it's like, he's just got to do what he's got to do there. It doesn't matter which part of his body it comes off, as long as it hits the back of the net, and that was fine.
Yeah, exactly, a little bit of invention, wasn't it? Because it wasn't a straightforward chance for him in that sense. He had to take it first time because there were so many three defenders all around him, so there was only the one chance to get the shot in, but he knew that up and over was the best option, and that's what he could do with the outside of the foot. But you look at the ball in, it goes under a foot at the near post, it bounces off a defender who doesn't deal with it either, probably not helped by the man in front of him failing to deal with it, and then it gets poked into the back of the net. So two opportunities for Genk to clear that ball away, and really poor defending at this level.
I think you missed it really out there, because and honestly they look really ordinary, don't they? Racing Genk, Liverpool 1, Genk 0 as Origi now flicks it forward. A little flick for Salah. This time the defender is with him, and De West has done all right. Flick that ball away. Yeah, Salah remains a potent threat, doesn't he? But didn't quite have the afterburners then to just get past the heavily tattooed number 6 for Genk. Anyway, free kick being given there. So Gaetan Kuka, the goalkeeper, right-footed, slices it. Ball goes up, but well, it's not picked up by Samatta. The Tanzanian rose for it, but was beaten to it. So the ball keeps coming back. Notionally, they're 4-4-2 today, Genk, but think they're going to struggle to find Ito and Samata that regularly. You can clearly see their formation there, but I don't know if that's just a little bit hopeful at Anfield.
Well, as I say, for the first 5 or 6 minutes, they were very, very condensed into their own half. There was hardly any gap between the central midfielders and the centre halves. As you said, there was one player up front in Ito, and they seemed to think, okay, we're just going to park the lot across the edge of the box, and you find a way round us. That's fine. And then after 10 minutes, it was almost like they concertinaed out in that sense and thought, okay, 10 minutes, we've survived the first 10. Okay, next 10 is we'll push up a little bit. We'll bring Samata back upfield with Ito. We'll pull the two defenders away, and it's not really helping them in any way, shape or form at the moment, because you can see already there's gaps for Liverpool to run into then, in between and behind midfielders, full-backs pushing up, because Alexander-Arnold's dropping away, Salah moves into the middle, suddenly there's space then for somebody like Wijnaldum just to sweep round on the right-hand side and find opportunities. And Liverpool are starting to see where the spaces are, I think, in this game. Not necessarily using them effectively yet, but you're seeing the right kind of runs starting to come into play.
Here's Milner again down the left-hand side, shapes to go on to his left, and eventually he pulls it back for Keita, and then Van Dijk, Fabinho, Gomez, Alexander-Arnold, Fabinho, little flick ball, but too much on that, and it's a simple clearance from Denore, and then into midfield for Sander Berge. He runs into trouble, the ball taken away, but it will break for Ito. Lovely control from him, and I mean, he just wants too long. Keita nicks that ball off him. Maybe Samata had not